Hello. Thank you for joining us for Minutes for Glory. One time I was watching television. I think it was something on the Discovery Channel, and it was all about Yellowstone National Park and how that it was a huge volcano, and that when it ultimately erupts, it will disrupt our whole country. And there I was in my living room worried about a volcano in a long ways from me that may or may not erupt in my lifetime. That's not reasonable, is it? Reasonable to worry about something so distant and such a remote possibility. I want us to understand that we often worry about things we don't have to worry about. Oftentimes we stew about things that might happen, or things that could happen, or things that remotely might happen. Here's what Jesus said in Matthew chapter 6, verse 25. For this reason, I say to you, do not be anxious for your life, as to what you shall eat or what you shall drink, nor for what your body as to what you shall put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow, nor do they reap, nor gather into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not worth much more than they? And which of you, by being anxious, can add a single cubit to his lifespan? And why are you anxious about clothing? Observe the lilies of the field. They do not toil, nor do they spin. Yet I say to you that not even Solomon in all his glory did not clothe himself like one of these. But if God so raised the grass of the field, which is alive today and tomorrow is thrown into the furnace, will he not much more do for you, O men of little faith? Do not be anxious then, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or with what shall we clothe ourselves? For all these things the Gentiles eagerly seek. For your heavenly Father knows what you need of all these things. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Therefore do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will care for itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. So if you are spending your time looking at the future, thinking about every single possible thing that could go wrong, you're having unreasonable anxiety. Here in this text, he tells us first, God takes care of us. He says you need to worry about two things. You need to worry about the Lord's kingdom. Are you following Jesus? Are you following him? Are you part of his church? He says, seek ye first his righteousness and his kingdom, and he'll take care of everything else. That's a good deal, isn't it? He says, just worry about the anxiety you have for today and not tomorrow. He says, do not be anxious, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or with what shall we clothe ourselves? Verse 33, but seek ye first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Verse 34, therefore do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will take care of itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Approach each day. I want you to plan for the future, but I don't want you to worry about the future. Take each day's anxieties, each day's uncertainties, each day's calamities, and worry about that day's troubles. And leave tomorrow's troubles to tomorrow. And day by day, walk with Jesus until he comes to take you home. Thank you for joining us for Minutes for Glory. Have a good day and God bless. Bye-bye.